Welcome to Making Music with Miss Whitney. I'm going to teach you how to draw note heads and their stems. So here we have a staff. You see that there are 5 lines. If you want to draw a note head on a line, you are going to make sure that that line is going straight through the middle of that note. So you're going to want to draw about halfway to the space that's right above the line and halfway into the space that's below the line. And that is going to be our note head. See how this line is going straight through the note. If you are going to draw on a space, you are going to touch the top of the line, come down, and touch the bottom of the line right below. You do not want to make a note confusing in crossing over any of the lines if you are on a space, or too big that it is confusing to see that it is clearly on a line. For example, some people will draw their note on a line, but they will have most of the note that's going below into that space, and it's confusing to tell whether that note is on this space or on this line. So you want to make sure that whenever you're drawing your note heads, it is clearly in between the lines if it's on a space, or just halfway into the spaces if it's on a line. All right, if you would like to draw a quarter note or a half note or any other note with a stem, the rule is that if your note is on this middle line or above, the stem is going to go on the left-hand side down. If it, here I'll show you an example for, okay. If your note is going to be on on anything that's lower than this middle line, your note head will be drawn, and then the stem will go on the right-hand side up, upward facing. And if you know the names of your notes, this will make sense to you. If you don't, I'll show you a quick and easy trick to make sure that you're doing it correctly. If you have, for example, an E up here, right? This is on the top space. Your stem is going to go all the way down an octave lower to the E line. And that's how you know how long you draw your stems. Let's say that you are drawing an A. You would extend it up to about where you would have that octave A on top. Okay. A D, extend it just to where you would have that D there, an octave lower on the bottom. Now, if you don't know what an octave is, I will teach you a quick trick. So we do know that the staff is made up of lines and spaces. We can count them in order: line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, and then you can keep going if you'd like, above on the spaces or below on the spaces. So if you have, for example, an F, okay, you see that that's on a space, correct? You're going to count this space, and you're just going to count 8 up, lines and spaces. So here we have F, that's 1, 2, space 3, line 4, space 5, line 6, space 7, line 8. And that is as far as you're going to take your stem. Make sure that you are counting the first spot as the note head that you just drew. And then you are going to draw about 8. You are going to draw exactly 8 lines or spaces above or below. If I have an F over here, then you are going to draw 8, and you're going to end it right in the middle because this is going to be ending on a space. So you want to make sure it's right in the middle. So we have line 1, space 2, line 3, space 4, line 5, space 6, line 7, space 8. And that's as far down as you're going to bring your stem for the notes.